Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thank you for watching. So I can finally show you the new tank. It's clear enough where I'm wanting to show it, and I'm really excited about it. This is a 300-gallon, 8-foot long tank. 8 feet long, 30 inches front to back, 25 inches tall. First off, a few thank yous. One, to my dad. He helped me bring this thing in, and two, to my friends Chris and Spencer. And the reason I want to give a big thank you to them is this is a glass aquarium. Yes, I was comfortable enough to go back for the glass aquarium even after my last one leaked. It is a glass aquarium. The tank and the stand completely empty. Weighed 942 pounds, as you'll see in the picture along the side. So with the four of us, they spent a lot of their time one evening to help me out. Between the four of us, it was still nearly all we could handle to get this thing in here. So what's going on with the tank? I have the same light, my same 72-inch Beamswork LED. I added some more Carib Sea Sahara sand. And as far as the decor, I did not want to add another 3D background. I've done so many 3D backgrounds, I didn't want to do another one. I didn't want to lose any more tank space. I wanted to have maximum swimming space for these fish. So I went kind of something a little bit different, sort of a compromise. That centerpiece back there is from Universal Rocks. If you go on the website, this is the model BFR004. I contacted Jay Wilson. He led me to this. And it's kind of perfect for what I wanted. I got some nice detail, a nice focal centerpiece, but it doesn't take up hardly any room in this tank. And I'll give you a side shot here in a moment. Also, I got the largest stackable rock the Universal offers. It's the Model K. It's a pretty good one. I think it's like 14 inches tall, something like that, 12 to 14. The remaining rocks are the ones that I had in my 220. I just kept them. I thought they would fit in well, and they're doing just fine. The plants are fake. They're just in here to add a dash of color. They're okay. I don't love them. I don't hate them, but I wanted to get a little bit of color into this tank. So the main part of controversy for this tank is going to be the filtration. Sorry, I just tripped on my own shoe as I was walking backwards. The filtration. Many people are going to not like the fact that I did not go with a sump on this. And I'm going to tell you why. I have 3 FX6 filters on here. And all 3 of them I already owned. They were already cycled, so I could put them on this tank, cycle it completely in like a day, and not have to spend any extra money on a sump or a drilled tank. Quite a few people told me that I should contact a few different aquarium manufacturers and that they might send me a tank for free if I feature it on my YouTube channel and kind of give them advertising, you know, on and on like that. But I don't like doing that. I paid for this tank 100% out of my own pocket, and the reason for that is I don't like feeling obligated to a company if they give me a tank to do advertising on it. I like doing videos on whatever I want to do it on any given day. So if I pay for it myself like I did, you know, I can do whatever I want on my channel. I don't have to feel like, you know, I have to meet some threshold of advertising for a company. So again, I paid for this for myself. If I would have gone with a sump, it would have been about $2,000 more, give or take, between drilling it, buying the sump itself, having it shipped. So I just stuck with what I already had, which is these FX6 filters. And the water quality in this tank, it's right where I want the levels to be, everything. It's completely cycled. I was able to add fish in here within a day of starting this tank up between my cycled filters I added on, and I also use Seachem Stability. It's done a great job. So, like I told you before, the purpose of this tank is to house all of my fish as far as the haps, kind of as a holding tank until I want to breed them. If you look in here, you'll notice I've got my group of Bucochromis heterotania. I've got a group of Champsochromis corallius, Malawi trout. I've got my Mylochromis spilostachys. I've got my Tyrannochromis macrostoma. These are all breeding groups, and they're all being housed together because the tank's big enough to do that. So when I want to breed an individual species, what I'm able to do is catch them out of here and move them into their own 125 and you know, breed them for a couple months if I like. And then whatever's in the 125 at the time, which is currently the Furcicata and the Lichenochromis acudiceps, I would move them back into here. So I can have a nice rotation of breeding fish without having to have, you know, 15 enormous tanks. And even some of the times they're breeding in here right now. This Mylochromis spilostachys, that's the dominant male. He's already bred with another female of a Mylochromis in here. So those will be, I actually watched them do it, so I'm confident they won't be hybrid. But anyway, that's kind of the purpose of this tank. So I want to give you a side shot and show you what it looks like from another angle. This is from the side, so you can see it's cleared up pretty well. You can see all the way to the side. Again, this is 8 foot long, so you can see all the way through. I painted the back of the tank black so that my FX6 filters, the intakes and returns would all blend in very well, which they are. So you can see the great amount of room that the fish now have compared to my 220. I was going to go with a 240 8 foot, which would be roughly 6 inches narrower from front to back. I can't say that word. But I really wanted to get the extra 6 inches to give them, ample space in this tank, which I really think that has been a huge difference. Granted, it took a lot more time to get it through the door because we had to take the door and the door frame off completely. But now that it's in here, I'm very happy that I've done it. So from the side, you can see from Universal Rocks, again, it's the BFR004. You can see it really doesn't take up much room at all. I think at the peak it might stick out 5 inches, but again, that only covers 40 some odd inches of a 96 inch tank. So these fish have more than enough room to swim around, and I feel like I have a nice focal point as far as decor goes for the tank itself. As I wrap this video up, we'll do a quick feeding. So again, guys, I want to tell you that I appreciate you for hanging around and staying with the channel until this thing got up and running. It's been a big relief on me mentally, knowing that these fish are in here now and not all crammed into that 125 together. I did lose some fish that I really wish I could have gotten into this tank, mainly the Sapphire and the Ornatus. But they're older fish and it just didn't work out. They didn't have enough space. So finally, now that I've got this tank up and running, I'm anticipating doing a lot more new videos, quite often compared to what I have been in the last month. The last month has been nothing but trying to get the fish to survive. I know I haven't put out great quality videos, but now that this is here, I'm really looking forward to getting this thing up and running completely. I even have some more fish coming I want to add into here within the next few weeks. Of course, we'll do some unboxings on that, some wild stuff coming in I really think you guys will like. But yeah, I'm really happy about it. I think this is going to be great for what I do in my fish keeping hobby. This is probably as big of a tank as I'm able to have. If I back up a bit, you can see the space that I have for this tank. It fills it completely. If I went with a 10-footer, it simply wouldn't fit. I'd lose part of the couch. And my wife, God bless her, she's all happy that I have this tank. But if I start adding a bigger tank to where I lose furniture or the bar or something like that, then maybe we've gone a little bit too far. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Truly appreciated. And I've got a lot more stuff coming, so I hope you enjoy.